Really hope I don't burn myself. Oh, okay. The wines ready now. Cheers. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, hi, I am Mwange, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. It is free, and when you do that, please don't forget to also turn on the bell right next to it so that you can get notified every time I post a new video. So as you can see from the title of this video, this is a story time. I've never done anything like this on my channel, so I thought, you know what, I actually do have a little story time I can tell. Yeah, so I got my little fire out here looking cute. I got these lashes from Essential Corner. Like, aren't they bomb? Aren't they bomb? Okay, so basically I'm going to be spilling the tea, and before I do that, let's, you know, grab a drink. You need to grab a drink too. I'll wait. Grab a drink. 1 2 3 4 5. That should have been enough time for you to grab your drink, and then we'll cheers to that. Cheers. Okay, besties, let's get into the story time. Okay, so this story happened when I was in first year. I just got to school. That was in China. Obviously, I was pretty new there. I did not know anybody and everybody out there, but at least I had a friend that I knew. Like, we were together at the same high school, but I hadn't seen him for a long time as well. At the time, I remember we were staying in a hotel because we couldn't live on campus. Why didn't we not live on campus? They hadn't finished renovating the apartment building for international students, right? Alright, cool. So we were living in a hotel for about a month, right? So at this time, my friend came over and we kind of caught up, so to say. I'm going to give him the name D. Okay. D and I got into contact again, and we were just, you know, talking. And then I think he invited me out one night. It was like, hey, you should come over to my place for dinner. I'm like, alright, free food. Alright, cool. And besides, I wanted to get to know the town as well. So I went over there, and that was where I met, I don't know what to call him. I'm going to call him Michael. So D lived with Michael. Like, they were housemates, right? We had dinner, then we later went out to the club, and yeah, you know, we grooved and everything. We grooved and everything. We had fun, and I think I went back home, and then from then, like from there, that was when Michael got my number and we started talking. All right, so everything was calm, everything was good. You know, like in the beginning. So Michael was older than me. I think there was like a 5 years difference between us. 5 or 4 years difference between us. We started talking, but then, like, these were just like early days, so I could not really close myself off from talking to other people. I remember this one night I was invited on a date out, right? So this other guy ended up being Michael's friend, but at the time I did not know about it, right? Remember that. When I continue, me and this other guy went out for dinner, I think, and we went out to play pool. Was it pool? I think we went out to play pool. We moved to campus on this time. To get to my room, I had to pass through my best friend's room. Okay, actually that day, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, he dropped me off like at school. He was like, hey, okay, this is where, you know, because in my mind I actually thought that he was gonna leave me there and, you know, I just skittle onto my room. But no, homeboy decided to be a gentleman and escort me to my room. But then I wanted to pass to my best friend's room. Alright, cool. So what happened was, she did not know I was coming. I just decided to pop up. That's a very, very bad habit that I still have up to now. But anyway, so I decided to pop up with my best friend, and guess who was in her room? Michael. Michael was in her room. Now you're gonna ask me, like, come on, you, like, what the hell, why was Michael your best friend? It wasn't really like that. My best friend also started seeing somebody there, and him and Michael as well were friends. So basically, when I got to the door of my best friend's room, she opened the door, and then she opened it slightly, and I saw Michael and my best friend's man's, you understand? And I was just there like, oh shit. The guy behind me was obviously, like I said, he knew Michael, so he knew them. So at that point, it just looked really, it just looked so messy. Like, hey, it was really awkward. I wish I had removed myself from that situation. But anyway, there we were, right? Trying to, you know, like defeat the awkwardness somehow, okay? And then I think the guy that I went out on a date with left, so I was left with Michael. So I went to my room. I think I was tired or something, and I went to my room, and then Michael followed me to my room, and I think we forgot about that. We talked about it and we like moved on past that. Now remember, at the time we did not have any title, we were just talking or seeing each other or whatever. So after that, things did go well for some time. I think we had kind of put a little title on us. I think at this point we were dating because I would spend like most weekends at his house, and he enjoyed cooking, and I mean, like, child, who don't love to eat? And we were just talking, chilling, you know what I mean? There's this one weekend in particular, right? Whew, child. I went over to his house and we decided not to go to the club. We decided to spend the night in, right? Cool. So we watched movies, and then I think we eventually fell asleep. At about 5 o'clock in the morning, guys, we heard like footsteps. So then I woke him up. I'm like, yo, like, who's that? And then he was like, nah, it's probably one of the guys, because remember, he was sharing a house with D and his friends, right? I'm like, okay, fine, like it's just one of the guys that've come back from the club or whatever. Cool. After some time, I heard knocks on our door. So I'm like, do your friends usually knock for you? And then he's like, wait, shh. Like, he was actually like, shh. I'm like, what's going on? Like, the knocks kept on getting violent. And then next thing I hear, guys, was a female's voice. This female was like, Michael, I swear, if you're in that room with the little I was so shocked. You know when you're shocked and you're scared? First of all, I don't know how to fight, okay? These hands, we do not tussle. We don't like to do that. We just like to look, you know, cute and move on. You know what I mean? I was wondering what the hell was going on. Why are these chicks banging on his door? I think I heard like 2 or 3 voices, and they were like, Michael, open the door. Guys, I was like, me. A whole me, yeah? A whole me should get dragged and beaten by girls because of a boy. Hi. These chicks sounded like they really wanted to get some of this, you know what I mean? I think eventually he went out and I remained in. So as he was going out, he told me to lock the door behind him, right? So as he left, I locked the door behind him, and then the chicks still tried to knock and enter, and they found out that the door was locked. Then they knew that there was a girl. You can imagine how scared I was, guys. Like, these were 3 girls, right? They sounded very violent for some reason. I was just there in the blankets, like, just wondering. Like, I think my phone went off because I didn't have my charger, or I left the charger in the living room. But there was no way to communicate. I wanted to call my best friend. I could not call my best friend. I only managed to call her after the whole fracas ended. So you can just imagine how scared I was. Like, all the drama was going on for about like an hour or 2. Everything was going on for like 2 hours. Like, I was just, I kept on hearing noise, things being thrown, doors being banged. Like, let me drink to that, because that was honestly, that was so scary. I think it eventually died down. I've forgotten how it died down, but it did die down. And I was so mad. But then, like, I do not know what happened to me at the time. I think I was boo-boo the fool. I forgave him for that, for all that fracas to happen. like in a space of like a month, I was just like, I was taken aback, you understand? Like I was just like, what? In my mind then, I was honestly Boo the fool because I forgave him. Instead of running away, that was like my first sign. I forgave him. In this space, obviously, we've now established that, okay, we're now a thing. I'm not going to talk to anyone. You're not going to talk to anyone. You're not going to entertain any of these other house. I think I was at his house again. And I don't know what I was doing, but I was on his phone. Ladies, don't go through your man's phone. Like, unless you want to get heartbroken, like unless you're actually ready for what you're going to find in that phone, don't go through your man's phone. People would go through that man's phones and find messages of him and another girl. I found my name, yeah, was saved as side chick. Huh? This relationship was toxic, but I did not know it was toxic. I just thought like, okay, this my man's, I'm gonna stand by him.
Look at the screen.
That's mine. And that's
So at this point, right, me and Michael have forgotten about everything that was, okay, not forgotten, we rather moved on, so to say. So we moved on from all the drama that was going on in our little situation and everything, and things were going really, really good for some time. So him and I got to like this really, really rough patch where we would always find ourselves arguing about things I can barely remember because they should have been like really, really, really small. Like, my friend came to see me one day, like just to check up on me. So my friend was now in my room, right? We were like almost at the balcony. At this point, yeah, Michael was in the shower. Doesn't Michael just get out of the shower in a boxer when my friend's around? I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Is this how we act when our friends come around? You understand? And it's not like he didn't know she was there. I actually whispered to him and be like, yo, my friend is here. Like, if you are done back and just remaining there for a little while, I'll get back to you and I'll tell you when she's done. Right? Cool. This nigga takes this as an opportunity for whatever he thought was valid in his mind, out in his boxes, and just carry on like nothing's going on. I was furious. I was embarrassed. I was just so many things, because I'm like, raw, like I literally told you that this girl's here and then you want to show up in your boxers. What are you doing? Don't know how I got past that, but that should have been another thing for me to, like, skedaddle. But child, for some reason, right, he could not keep a simple phone. That should have been a red flag in my mind as well, because who does that? Anywho, I had an iPad at the time. I had an iPad at the time, right? And whatever forces came, you see, that's why we have this fire. This fire is here to burn all the bad vibes. Do you understand? Because I literally do not know what was going on in my head at the time. So I gave this boy my iPad so that we should keep in contact, yeah? And that he should also keep in contact with like people back home and everything. This particular day, I don't know what was going on, but I went to my best friend's floor. Don't know what I went to get. Then I came back to my room and I found the door slightly open, right? And Michael at this point was with his friend, okay? And guys, when I got to my door, yeah? When I got to my door, why is Michael talking to a girl? He called this person or this person called him. Guys, at this point, I'm like, no. I give you my device to use and now you want to talk to your exes on my device. So I get in the room, I'm fuming at this point, guys. I was on 101. I got into the room. I tried to grab my iPad. He was grabbing it as well. Just like, what do you want to see on this thing? I'm like, it's mine. Give it back. Eventually, I'm not proud of this moment. I'm not proud of this moment at all. Got the device and I found out that he was talking to his ex. Girl, you know how it be like when you find your situation talking to his ex situation. Like, what are you doing? What was the reason? You understand? Obviously there, I'm mad, I'm fuming, I'm just trying to, I wasn't trying to make sense. I was basically just trying to, I'm joking. I did not hit him. I hit him with an iron, but I did not, that's still bad enough. I'm not proud of that moment at all. it's no excuse to hit somebody, you know. I was so scared to lose him, so to say. So I wanted him back. God, I wanted him back. We were still trying to carry it on, whatever we had going on. We still tried to keep it going. Whatever we were arguing about was just too much for me to take. I can't remember exactly what it was, okay? But I remember we'd argued so bad, and then, you know, it's that thing where he would leave, I would cry, he would come back. I was really used to that whole cycle, you understand? But then this time, Michael did not come back. I think at the time, like, I was so devastated. I really wanted to be with this person, and even though we had our few bumps and whatever, like, he was the person I wanted to be with, and just trust me, child, I regret that, okay? I got into this space where I was always waiting for him to come back, and he did it, and took me to this really dark place that it took me some time to get out of. This was the time now where I had learned to appreciate myself more. I learned to show myself so much love. I was paying attention more to myself, okay? Like, I had more self-awareness, and I had all of that going on, you understand? Because then I remember this was around winter holiday, and my sister had come to see me, right? And we went out. I saw this guy in the club with the same girl he was talking to on my iPad. Like, when I saw them together, I was fuming. I tried to go and talk to him. I don't know why I tried to go and talk to him. I wanted to be like, so nigga, you really up in here talking to your ex on my iPad, and then you invite her out to this city? So I'm like, bro, you actually, instead of coming back to fight for me, you to with your At that point, it started getting in my thick skull that men are actually trash, okay? That's how Michael and I had our little breakup or whatever. Then I have not spoken to him since then. Do not know where he is. That is my little story time about my toxic ex who took me up and down through my emotions. Guys, never allow anybody to take you up and down your emotions. Find somebody that's going to have you so secure in what you have. Understand each other, and everything will be fine. Like, why do people make it so complicated? Like, relationships should really not be that complicated. You understand what I mean? Okay, besties, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really helps me and my channel. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, all that goodness. Leave your comments in the comment section down below, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.